My mom was shot between the eyes, 59 years old, protesting. She don't have a right to protest. And even if she don't, it don't stand for her to be attempted murdered or whatever may have happened. It's not right. We need some answers. We want some justice. My family's not feeling this. This is not tolerated. If I commit a crime, as I said, I will go to jail. We all know this. We need some answers. We want some answers, and we're not going to stop until we get some answers. Bottom line.
I don't believe Azim has arrived yet. Do we have any questions? Anyone have any questions for me? Yes.
Can you guys, there's been a little bit of this reported already, but tell us a little bit about, or maybe he can answer too, but tell us a little bit about, what kind of, where she lives, what she's like, her family, that sort of thing, to kind of, bring the human aspect into this.
I think Ahmad would be the best to talk about his mom. I mean, you want to talk about that?
Actually, my mom lives here, right here in La Mesa. She lives up the street. She works. She go to work every day. She tries to, no breaking no law. She's in recovery. She goes to recovery every day. That's really her program. She goes to the Lano Club in Southeast San Diego. That's really what she do every day. She's in recovery. She tries to stay focused and do the right thing and deal with her grandkids. That's my mom's day-to-day program. She has numerous friends that's calling her outpouring. They want to know what's going on. Same thing I tell you, my mom ain't no bad person. All my mom was trying to do is live life, be right, and be tired of injustice. My little brother just died. My family it's just like, and the way he died was the police had something to do with it. So it's just like, my mom is upset. She's frustrated. So she has the right to come out here and protest. My mom is a good person. She smiles, laughs, takes pictures. That's what she liked to do. She go on Facebook, and that's why she was on Facebook as it happened. She's showing. You see it there. She ain't breaking no law. My mom is when you meet her, you'll see her smile, regardless, through all the pain. She's still gonna smile through it all.
Have you been able to talk to her since she's been in the hospital?
Yes, I have.
What is she saying about?
She can't say nothing. She has a tube down her throat. She just gave me a thumbs up and shook her head.
I have a question. How can we support the family? Do we need to raise money for tickets, people to fly in, transportation, food?
Let me answer that question.
What do you need and how can we help?
There is currently a GoFundMe page. If you look up Ms. Furkan's name, you will find the GoFundMe. So if you'd like to donate to help with some of her medical bills, which we believe will be nearing $1 million since she has been in ICU for days now, feel free to donate that way. Another way that we can get help is everyone who was there on May 30th, 2020, please, please, please contact my office at the Pride Law Firm. We want to hear your story. We want to see if you have any video evidence. Like I said, I've already seen dozens of videos, and I have yet to see Ms. Furkan do anything improper or illegal, and that's because she didn't. She never did. Okay, so everyone else who was there, who may be a witness, who may have video, please provide that to us so that we can get justice for Ms. Furkan, because Ms. Furkan can't speak for herself. We will speak for her. This is her other son, Azim. Welcome, Azim. They would like to know a little bit about your mom. Just tell them a little something.
Well, from my personal experience with my mom, she's a wonderful person, man. She's one of the strongest people I know. Like, anytime that I was feeling down, or anybody, she was the energy. She was the one who provided the happiness and the joy. And she was that for the community of people that loved her and still love her till this day. And she just wants to, recover perfectly. And I feel like this is a terrible situation, and this shouldn't happen at all. Like, this shouldn't be something that we have to deal with. There has to be change. There has to be justice for the situation. And my mother would definitely want that. And I know right now that she's just trying to recover, but justice is also a key thing in this situation. And I just feel like the heart that she has is so big and so strong, and she won't fail to recover perfectly. I know that. Thank you.
You mentioned that you just recently lost your brother.
Yes.
Are you willing to share any more details about that?
Well, my brother was the same thing. He carried the same kind of energy as my mom. He was a very strong person, and even while dealing with his different situations in life, he was able to give all of our family energy and be there for us. And so I know that hurt her deeply. And so that's what made her even, gather up the strength and think that she wanted to be part of this and wanted to be part of that change because of situations that happened with him. So I know that he was just a powerful individual, and I think that he got that trait from her.
Did he die in police custody or?
No, he
I
was
don't
not
know
in
about
police
that.
custody.
No, he wasn't.
Hold on one second. And then, briefly, just to add on to what Azim is saying here, I want to be painfully clear. The injuries that Ms. Furqan suffered are very serious, near fatal. She has been in the ICU. She is still in the ICU. We do not know when she will come to the ICU. We do not know if she will lose her eye. We just don't know. So we're here today talking about it, but just know that Ms. Furqan has a very, very, very long road ahead of her for holding her hand up, saying no justice, no peace, and for videotaping the police officers.
Have you spoken to law enforcement yet, sheriffs and La Mesa PD?
I haven't. I've tried, but I haven't received a response yet. The only thing that I know that has been said as of now is that the sheriff's department is saying, oh, it wasn't us. We don't know if that's true or not yet. We believe it was the La Mesa Police Department, but without La Mesa Police Department's help, we don't know who fired that shot.
You said early on, I don't want to misquote you, but you said something to the effect of like, we're ready or we're coming. Obviously you're upset. What did you mean by
Absolutely.
that?
I am upset as I can be. And when I say I'm ready and I'm coming, I mean through the legal process of the courts. We will take La Mesa Police Department to court, have our day in court. Ms. Furqan's story will be heard, and the jury will be able to see and assess what they think happened. We know what happened.
Excuse me, sir. One of the emails we got at our station was somebody who had watched her video and said that she threw a soda can right before she got shot. Two questions on that. Do you think that is something that was related to the shooting?
Mm-hmm.
And do you think that the timing of that, her throwing that can and her getting shot, indicates that it was a deliberate to the head shot?
Okay. So first and foremost, I have no evidence that she threw anything. She dropped the can when she got hit in the head with a bullet or a projectile, yes. But I've spoken with witnesses who were standing right next to her. So whatever witness you spoke to may have seen a video or something that they thought was a can that was thrown, but I've spoken to at least 3 witnesses who were right next to her who said no can was thrown, her hands were up, and she was hit in the face. Now, do I believe that she was targeted in the face? Absolutely.
I got a question.
Absolutely.
So even if she did throw a can, she deserved to get shot in the face. That's all we wanna
Absolutely,
know.
absolutely not.
That's the bottom
Absolutely
line.
not.
Might be the same answer, but do you know if police had said that they had already deemed it an unlawful protest at that point?
I know that for sure that the police did not say anything to the protesters regarding we are going to open fire, we are going to use tear gas. Those words were never once spoken by anybody from the sheriff's office, anybody from the La Mesa Police Department. Any witness that I've talked to so far, they have all said the same thing. They were all standing there peacefully, and then the tear gas came, and then the bullets rained down.
You sent a letter to the department. You had some specific demands. Can you go over those?
Yeah, so the letter that we sent to the department, and when you say specific, they were kind of more general. What we want is we want that officer gone. That officer, the one who tried to kill someone by shooting them in the head, is still an officer. He still has the power to arrest someone. He still has the power to use force upon someone else's body. He should not have that power anymore. To whom much is given, much is expected. And he did not stand up to what he was supposed to do as a police officer. We've already obtained the rules from La Mesa with use of force and the beanbags or the rubber bullets. Either one of those are supposed to be aimed below the waist. Why are they supposed to be aimed below the waist? Because a shot above the chest in the head can be fatal. It can be fatal. And like Ahmad just said, even if she did throw a can, she did not. Even if she did, is her punishment attempted murder? Is her punishment a lifetime of healing? Is her punishment ICU? That can no longer be our military, aggressive, controlling police force. We need something different. And I, for one, am ready to stand on the front lines and with the community. And together, let's make this work. We all know what we saw. We all know that was improper.
Is there any coordinated effort between your client and other people who have been attacked through these protests over the last couple of days?
Not a coordinated effort as of such. As you know, my client is still in a coma, still in ICU. So as of now, there's no coordinated effort from her on that front. From me, I have actually also talked to various other people that were shot by the La Mesa Police Department, some driving by in cars. It's beyond me why a police officer would shoot at a moving vehicle with the driver. He could have killed someone. Sorry. So like I said, I've heard many stories from the protests. All the stories have been the same so far. None of the witnesses that I've talked to have said anything other than what I've told you today.
What do you say to people who say, would she just be caught in the line of fire? What do you say to that?
I say that's asinine and ridiculous. I say if that was your mother, that would not be the response. And she is our community member, so that is not our response either.
Dante, I know you addressed this, but maybe if one of her sons wanted to talk about the police officer specifically and what you think that officer's punishment should be, and a little bit of your emotions surrounding that.
No, I'm not. I don't want to do that. But I believe the police officer should be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. I don't believe he should be entitled to any type of qualified immunity for firing a projectile at a person's head. Every officer should know where that shot went. So if we don't have a police report from La Mesa Police Department in the next couple of days, that's another issue. Why? You don't know that you shot a person in the head? You're not aiming, you're not looking at what you're shooting at, you're shooting indiscriminately into a crowd of people when we know some people were violent, yes, but the majority were not. And our police officer solution is to shoot into the crowd. We cannot have this anymore. No more. No more.
Sir, two things. I think the cops call this a non-lethal or a less lethal weapon. And what do you have to say about the use of these ballistic, I apologize, blunt impact projectiles? What do you have to say about the use generally of these against the public?
They should be illegal too. Now, obviously, for a black man like myself in a black body, I would prefer to be hit with a beanbag than shot and killed, like some other people. Absolutely. However, that beanbag shot should be shot by a person with the proper training, the proper technique, the proper know-how. There should never be a situation, there should never be an instance where a citizen, for even if they say a crime, a non-violent crime, should be hit in the head and sent to the ICU with the lifetime of recovery in front of her.
Do we know what it was? Was it a rubber bullet? Was it a beanbag? You guys know?
So we believe it was a beanbag based on the, if you've seen the horrific video online, and I've seen it. If you've seen the video, there's a white something coming out of her forehead. It's terrible. We believe it's the beanbag casing, but we're unsure. We're waiting on the paperwork from the hospital to tell us what they pulled out of her head.
So they have that though? They have the beanbag at the hospital?
Yeah, the beanbag was lodged in her head. That's how ridiculous this is.
Is there a crime that you specifically want the officer to be charged?
I think the officer should be charged with attempted murder. He has been trained to shoot that weapon. He takes qualifications yearly to know how to aim and use his weapon. He should be charged with attempted murder. That wasn't a mistake. It wasn't an accident. He aimed that rifle.
If they're unable to determine which officer fired, then what?
If they're unable to determine which officer fired, that underscores my point that we need something different. We need something different. There should never be a case where a police unit can fire indiscriminately into a crowd and not know what they're shooting at or who they're shooting at. If we can do that, we can move forward. But until we do that, we're going to continue to have people who feel like outsiders in this society. Everyone watching, I want you to imagine This is your mom. Your mom was out here holding her phone up, drinking a can of soda. Your mom. What would you want? What would you want? And what you want is what we want. So help us get it. Call the city attorney, city council, state assembly. Call the Mesa Police Department. Ask them who that cop is. Tell them that cop does not need to be on your streets patrolling you. We, as a community, we are the bosses. When is it okay in any job in America to shoot your boss in the forehead for protesting? Not ever. Not ever. Thank you.
Can we get the spelling of everyone's name?
Yes.
You say it into the microphone so everyone has it.
Go ahead, spell your name in
Azim, A-Z-I-M.
Ahmad, A-H-M-A-D, Furcron.
And how many kids are there? I know you have one other brother, but
We have another sister. It's 4 of us
Four
total.
kids. 4 kids. Thank you all.
thank you.